I don't like cantaloupe. I don't like muskmelon. It says musk in the
Musk.
name. Musk.
Musky.
Elon Muskmelon. How come nobody's made that yet?
They should. He does have a big brain. Look at that melon.
Look at the big brain on Elon.
He's got that muskmelon on him.
Damn, girl, you like that musk melon?
Oh.
I'm gonna go out and catch some musky melon.
Ooh. There's a guy at a license plate that says, I swear it says crappie, but the guy was like, nope, it's like
Crappie?
Crappie. Yeah.
Carpy.
Carpie. As soon as I said carpie, I was like, nope, that's not what I meant to say. Carpie. And I was like, dude, your license plate says crappie for sure. And he's like, nope.
Dude, my friends were twins, Kayla and
They're
Levi.
not anymore.
No,
They used to be twins.
but no one knew that they called Levi Spud. But here's the only thing. Only his grandparents called him Spud, and no one knew that. And so their license plate said K Spud, but I thought it said K Spud. I was like,
okay.
What? Why does your license plate say K Spud? And then they're like, it says K Spud. And I'm like, oh.
Who is K?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They're Pud.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's such a ridiculous
Yeah,
license plate to have. Like, your grandparents got you that?
That's nice of them.
I appreciate a good, like, written license plates. Like the ones, I like to see what people go through the effort to do. The other one I saw the other day was Mountain Dew. And it was just like a super old lady with a Mountain Dew.
Okay.
I expected like a Mountain Dew drinker, not like a lady that looked like her name was Phyllis or something.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. Yeah, dang.
Maybe a Diet Mountain Dew. Old ladies love their Diet Mountain Dew.
Dude, Diet Mountain Dew is in teachers. Teachers love Diet Mountain Dew, and I don't know why.
You can't put Diet Mountain Dew on a license plate. That's why.
It's true.
I think.
Yeah. Mountain
Teachers love diet drinks because they're not as mobile as like the kids. They sit in one classroom all day.
Oh, that sugar's too much for them. They can't do it.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. It's a lot of sugar, but I like the taste. The taste is so good.
Dude, Diet Mountain Dew, you could fit it in the license plate, but there has to be some, because it could be DT, MT, and DW.
I would totally mispronounce that. I would be like,
I'd be like,
Detrimental mountain.
Yeah. Detrimental mountain. I'm going backwards and rereading.
Detrimental diet women.
Isn't it mountain? Oh yeah, mountain.
Duodenum.
Duodenum.
Wait, what's that? Actually, dude, I saved one in my phone.
A duodenum?
Yeah, a duodenum.
I know that word. What is it?
Good question. The duodenum,
word.
a lot of people don't know this. The duodenum is a technical term for the, you know when you swallow and it makes that noise? Like, well, I'm saying like you're eating food and then you're like.
Oh, that's when you swallow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What other kind
Not
of.
a quitter.
Oh, so then I'm like, and then you swallow. The duodenum is that muscle that keeps it from going the wrong way.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I made all that up.
Oh, man, that sounded very believable.
Right.
That did.
Dude, I had a license plate saved somewhere. I didn't know what.
This is a true story.
It made.
As soon as I got here to this town, this area, I was driving, and there was a license plate that said HOTCARL.
HOTC. Carl.
Hot Carl.
Hot Carl. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, how did they the person at the DMV has no idea about anything, and they just said, yeah, that'll be fine. The guy's name was probably like Carlos or Carl.
Carl.
Or
Yeah,
something.
or Carlene.
Carl.
Yeah, Carlene. And he was like, his name was Carlene, and then his car had a flat tire on both sides, or on one side, and he just was sideways, like, lean.
Yeah. And then,
Or his car helped him mix cough syrup and, brandy, cough syrup, and
then
That's
Dolly.
a hot Carl?
no, I can't tell you what a hot car is.
yeah.
Like,
Okay.
but lean is cough syrup and something.
Yep.
I can't remember what.
And then Dolly Parton came
So they
along,
say.
and she was like, hot Carlene, hot Carlene.
Please leave my man.
Carlene,
And her license plate said Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That's the car.
Oh, here's what I found it though.
It was
I saw a
Buick
license
Century.
plate because most of the time, if I like write it down, if I can't figure it out right away, I'll write it down and figure it out later because I needed no license plates. And this one I saw said BBS NBLK. Should I write it out for you?
BBS.
Brazilian.
BBS NLK. NBLK. BBS NBLK. Babies in black.
Yeah, Babies in Black.
Babies in black.
What's that mean?
Who knows? Maybe it's
Nothing
not
to
Babies
you.
in. Yeah, maybe it's their like the family's initials, and their last name might be Black.
It's
That's
a lot
a
of
reach.
initials.
That's a reach. I
Yeah.
don't know. The last name being black is wild.
Black
What?
and Wild.
I never met a black.
Well, that is Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah. I saw Lewis Black.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Lewis Black is white.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm not white like Frank Black, but I'm black like Frank White is. Those are great lines from the Bloodhound Gang.
Oh.
No, I'm not black like Barry White, but I'm white like Frank Black is.
I don't know who Frank Black is. But
Barry White is black.
definitely.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Frank White is also white. Frank White was the guy. If you do it again, I'm gonna stab you in the neck with the screwdriver.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's weird. I couldn't remember his name, but I could like.
You can remember the character
yeah,
he played.
oh, like, you know that guy
Yeah.
talks like this.
Songs like this. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I'm glad that you pulled Christopher Walken because I mean, like, that's not a bad impression, but I was just thinking it was an Italian man.
There's only
I
one.
told him.
Spicy meatball.
Told him if he didn't bow down to the Parinelli crime family, I was gonna have to kill him. So I killed him.
What do you think Christopher Walken's heritage is? What?
Oh, I'd like to think it's just
That's a good question.
just Caucasian, just European. I think he just got a wild accent for no reason.
Christopher Walken's he's a world-renowned dancer.
Yeah.
Like he's a.
That's why he was in Fat Boy
He was
Slim's
in
music video.
Fat Boy Slim's
Wow.
music. One take, baby.
Yeah.
One take, Jake. Actually, I think it was a couple takes.
What
but
do I
whatever.
say for that?
He's a
Christopher
star.
Walken's heritage.
Heritage. His nationality.
Scottish and German. Oh, I could see him with a... He does look kind of Hitlerist, actually.
He
Oh.
does.
If you
Nice.
put a mustache on him like that,
Well, you could put a mustache like that on just about anybody.
you could, but his face is flat.
Is there like a side profile? Because I can't see. the
No,
screen,
but
Is he still with us?
Christopher
Yeah.
Walken's still here.
Oh, thank God.
he's in that show Severance,
Yep.
Oh, good
which is
deal.
super good. You watch that?
I have not.
Obviously not. You thought he was dead.
I did
Or
not
he,
know.
he doesn't know who Christopher Walken actually is. He
Yeah.
thinks like, the guy, the Joe Dirt with
Yeah, I
the
haven't
long
seen
hair.
him. I haven't
He
seen
died
him
in his
since Joe
20s.
Dirt or since he needed more cowbell. Both of those is the last time I seen him.
Somebody said that that's the most recognizable Saturday Night Live line of all time.
Oh, it
is
has to be.
Yeah.
Cowbell.
Yeah.
Do you imagine
iconic.
being that guy? The guy that says,
I need more cowbell.
yeah, like it's going to live on for, 50 years.
And then do you think that's the only time that's been said? Has that been said to anyone else? Before that.
Before that, it wasn't as cool, but now it's like
I
it's
don't-
cool to say that.
Yeah, like I don't think that was like a historical, a piece. Like it wasn't accurate historically.
Somebody probably
Oh,
tried.
the Blue
and was
Oyster
like,
Cult didn't actually have him inside there saying more cowbell?
No. That's what I'm saying. I don't think anybody's ever requested more cowbell. I think that was
They
kinda
probably
like,
tried, but
Oh,
they're
maybe
like,
that's
I
what
need
the
more
skit was
cowbell.
about.
They should write a skit where somebody's like more cowbell,
Even more
Yeah.
than that. Even more cowbell.
even more. Somebody's in the back
Yeah.
with two sticks, like double timing it. Oh,
If
man.
you just have a whole drum kit of all different cowbells, don't.
It's all the same cowbell.
Yeah.
You could have different sized cowbells.
How much cowbell could this
Not for the
guy
skit.
possibly need?
Then all of a sudden they're like, that's a moose bell. Bear bell.
Bethany Ablin lifts up bear bells all day long.
Oh,
Puts
I'm
them back down.
going to lift up some bear bells again
Bear
today.
bells. Hey, you guys, we never even told you who is here with us.
Yeah.
We're still not going to. So I mean, it's no big deal.
Figure it
Keep
out.
guessing.
Yeah.
Let's wait till we hear your guesses, folks out there.
Some woman.
10 minutes of just silence
Some
just
very
goes
progressive
by.
woman.
Yep. You guys, it's Parker Boone. Make some noise so you're on camera now.
Woo.
Great action there.
That was
Yeah.
a good noise. I mean, I did
Very
not
enthused.
specify, so I guess.
I could have made a range of different noises, but I went with that one.
Yeah.
Let's hear a couple other ones.
Ha ha ha.
Man, what a...
Ha ha.
Oh man. Next time I think I'm gonna say, hey, say something so that the people know that the camera turns on you or whatever.
And I'll
Instead
start
of-
freestyling like crazy, and I'll just really put my heart and soul into a freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
I
like,
think
oh
so.
my God, he's got
Oh, he's
mom
going
spaghetti.
in. Let him go.
Let him cook.
go. Let him cook.
That's so fun. Oh.
You can't milk those.
Man, I didn't think that was going to... I have a cowbell soundboard
Good.
up. But my, oh my, I'm going to use this all the time.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Can't milk
Yeah,
those.
milk
That's what I say every time I walk into the sauna at the locker room. I'm like,
You can't milk those.
Oh my gosh.
dude, actually do that. Let's go to the Y after this.
Yeah.
Bring cowbells. Do that exact same.
Oh man, that was like. Does it say who made that? Like what kind
It
of?
just says cowbell remix.
I'm
gonna be honest.
Really the remix.
Yeah,
Like it's
I didn't
not-
think that was gonna be.
That's amazing.
If
Nobody.
Bruce Dickinson wants more cowbell, we should probably give him more cowbell.
Hey,
That was spelled more cowboy, MOAR. That's kind of like when. So our fans are called the woke mob,
Nice.
but it's W. Wait, did we? No, did we spelled it different though, right? WOAK or something. We were talking about it being different.
is something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna go with regular spelling.
Yeah, because it will. People will look at it and be like, "Whack."
Yeah, and then
Can't
other people.
pronounce it. I ain't listening.
Yeah,
No, I
then other
can't do
people
it.
will look at it and they'll be like,
Can't milk those.
Oh man!
I like how we all stopped as soon as the music
Instantly.
ended.
All
yeah.
right. So, anyways, back to business.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, we were talking
dude, we
about.
need to get that for the club
Yeah.
Well,
and just throw that on every once in a while.
oh my gosh. Yeah, we have a. I mean, there's a sound bar.
That's
we can
gonna be
bring.
my walk-up song from now
Yeah.
on.
You
Dude,
can't.
we're gonna have to loop it.
Any place that I go to, too, they're gonna be like, what song do you want to walk up to? And I'm like, not milk me. That thing where I can't milk things, that song.
Close out with that and be like, remember, guys, you can't milk those.
Yup.
You can't, yeah, dude. Just have the whole crowd chanting.
Yell it,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
You can't milk
You really
those.
can't milk those.
Yup.
It's you can't milk those guys.
Gary Box has say what? Larry the Cable Guy has Get Her Done, and you have You Can't
Milk those.
You pull out Gary Patterson first, as if most people that listen are going to know that.
He's right up there with Larry the Cable Guy. you know the holy Mecca, the holy
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore of comedy.
Yeah. It's Larry the Cable Guy. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go in order. It's Gary Box, Gary Patterson, and the guy.
And the
Yeah.
guy.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Simon Says should be up there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
I was
Simon
thinking of
Says.
Simon Says, and I couldn't pull his name. Yeah.
Coming in hot.
What a beautiful day to be
Oh,
alive.
that's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of.
kind of.
He just said it once, and it was just a very funny thing.
He says it quite a bit, actually.
He's,
Yeah.
Well, it was a while ago, but he was like, you could tell he was done with his set, and then he was turning to walk off stage, and he was like, I'm coming in hot, and it just destroyed. Like, everybody
that.
just almost doubled over in laughter.
No, it was great.
And then it just became like one of those things.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah. How you just said a while ago, one of my favorite lines that I've ever heard was like this kid that like he always kind of got picked on in school. But he deserved it. He was.
well, yeah.
There's those kids that you're like you deserve
usually
to be picked
do.
on.
Yeah.
But one time we look over at him on the bus and we're like, Seth, did you fart? And he goes, a while ago. I was like, usually you just deny it, but you're like, it wasn't this.
Yeah, it wasn't recent.
Yeah, it wasn't this one, but I did earlier.
Dude, my nephew, when we were sitting watching my other nephew play hockey this past weekend, like I was sitting with my brother-in-law and my nephew, and it just started to stink. And I was like below my nephew, and I turned around and it was just musty. It smelled like a bunch of moths just flew out, but there was no sound. And I'm like, man, that was a gross fart, Luke. And he's like, no, what did I say? I just turned around and I'm like, was that? He goes, I don't know who that was. I was like, well, now I didn't even. That's what happened. I didn't say anything. I just turned around and looked, and he's like, yeah, I don't know who that
Could have been any one of
well,
us, really.
obviously.
Yeah.
We now know it was you, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be too quick to cover it up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
suspicious
Yeah.
right there.
I was like,
Yeah.
I might have been turning around to say, hey, that was a good
That was a
play.
good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
Yeah, what you need to do is really just look around and be like, see who kind of notices. Because you don't necessarily want to be the first, depending on how many people are there.
he who smelt it dealt it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
she.
You kind of want to be like, yeah, I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah.
Since you bring it up, it does kind of smell like
Yeah.
it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? A
Yeah,
little
you got to
bit.
really play it. You're like, I don't know who.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure which
I'm getting
one
real
of
good
them-
at
yeah.
that over the years.
Yeah.
Many different techniques.
Like, who ate that chili cheese dog? As I still just have it on my forehead.
So-
It's like all over my
Waving it
face.
out. Kind of smells like that, doesn't it? It's
No,
crazy.
I just ate that one, so it couldn't be me. I didn't
couldn't
eat
be-
one
it couldn't be
earlier.
me. I
That couldn't have gone
totally
through my
stopped.
body that quick. Like,
Yeah.
that's your 17th chili dog today. Like, yeah, but they were all within.
Yeah, but I haven't had time to die. So I'm riding in the car with my kid, and we're talking about whistling. And I can't whistle. Well, I can blow out, like whistle. But I
Yeah.
usually draw air in
Yep.
to whistle, right? That's how I do it. And then my son's like, hey, I have to blow out to whistle. And then he lets one rip, like silent but deadly.
A whistle or the other end?
The other, like,
Oh, the
other whistle. hole.
Yeah.
I
The
say,
south
Your other
whistle.
whistle.
the south whistle hole, the southernmost whistle hole on your body. And he's like, he looks at me, and like, this is how I know my kid's gonna be all right. He looks at me and he was like, Dad, can you do that whistle like through your nose, like where you're like, beep, 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 you know? And I was like, I don't think so. And I immediately try it, and I'm like, and I just inhale the full mass of his chili quesadilla Taco Bell.
Diabolical. Oh, wow.
He's like, by the time I realize what's happening, he's like crying, laughing.
Man, he got you good.
Yeah,
That's a good
How
one.
long
I never
ago
even
was
thought
this?
of that
This was
one.
like probably 6 months now.
Oh, nice.
But he's just like, Dad, can you do that thing where you whistle to your nose?
Take a big
Oh my
whiff.
god! Yeah, I was like, man, that's good. Like, it was so good, I had to laugh with him. You know, like, man, you got me. You're
Yeah.
such a good son. Thank
It's a
you.
You're
classic
such a good
prank.
son.
Such a good.
What did
Thank you. Most people would be mad, but you were just like proud and happy. Like,
Yeah. A
well-
tear comes to your eye. Like,
Yeah, but
I
that's
did
because
it.
it
I raised
burned.
him
he
right.
is my kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty much how it went down.
You have no more nose hairs because they're just all singed off from it.
Yeah.
Or eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. All your hair falls off. You're like, you just cured my cancer.
Yeah.
That was the radiation therapy I needed.
Oh, I have, what is it, alopecia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Go straight bald.
Alopecia, no breathing, don't give a hunt if I cut my own breathing.
dang, I'm outnumbered. I don't know.
If
that
there's
song.
any
That's
sing,
white people shit
Yeah.
stuff right
Is that,
there.
is
Yeah.
that Blank 182?
no, that is, man, why can't I think of it now? It was the guy
Papa
who,
Roach.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like the lead singer of Scarred. I mean, he hosted Scarred for a long time on MTV.
Scarred.
Oh, wow.
That show where like they just showed the wildest
scars.
people breaking their legs and stuff
yes.
like that.
I do remember a little bit of that.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't on for very
back in the
long,
day.
but they had
I think it was probably like 2 years. Not like it was before every single thing was ridiculousness on MTV.
oh yeah,
Or it might have been on Fuse. I don't know.
Sounds like a Spike show.
ridiculous.
Back
I don't
on
know how
Spike.
much money Rob Dyrdek makes, but there's a ridiculousness channel.
That's MTV.
Well, I
Do
mean,
they have another one?
they have like if what's that thing? Pluto?
CNN.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
The real ridiculousness.
Oh my gosh. Any news outlet is ridiculous.
ABC.
BBC, the
BBC.
East Coast family.
It is
real
funny that, dude, it is funny with how our world has turned around because every time I hear BBC, I don't think of the news
I
outlet.
never do. Yeah.
What else? Okay, you guys.
Which came first? Which?
I don't
the
know, but
news network or-
every time I see one of those, I'm like,
Milk those.
There's a. Oh, I like that ding at the end.
well, that's just another cowbell. I don't know how to stop it. So there's just another short cowbell that
I think in. I need more. In St. Louis Park. I'm gonna look this up.
Okay.
There's a place called, and I'm not even kidding. Oh, it's in St. Cloud.
I think it's very funny that every story that you've said today is you're like, this is a true story. I'm not kidding. It really leaves it up for interpretation to know if you really are or not.
I'm not making it up. You guys-
BBC Park.
I own this park.
Okay, you don't need to brag about it.
Go to BBC Park, check in with Parkway.
So I went. You know how you can go and Google, right? And then it says, "Are you the owner of this business?" I said yes. And it's actually I have to like prove that I am. So every
Hold it up.
once. Well, here you go. BBC Park. But it shows I have to I have to go in. There's pictures of us grilling at this park. There's a hotel right across the street from it.
Throwing a little kickback at BBC Park.
They won't let us.
You're only wearing an apron.
It won't let me actually take ownership of it because I can't prove that I do own it. But every once in a while, I go back into it and I click that I'm the owner, and I go through the whole thing, and then if it's on my phone or my Google account, it'll say that I own it. But if you look it up, it doesn't mention me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's believable that you do own it. I mean, if you just walk around saying I own it,
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't be like I own BBC Park.
I own
would
BBC
not.
Park.
Like no.
Hidden parks. BBC Park moved for big development. That's the first headline. Oh.
There's got to be some. I mean, like, I don't know why they called it BBC Park.
We can probably see. I guess I'm not going to look up the information.
Yeah, Google. Yeah.
This
Keep
is a work
Googling
computer. Southeast Southern Park has gone both east and west. I don't even know what this stuff is going for. But yes, it was across from a Target.
What? BBC Park?
In Fargo?
No, it's in St. Cloud.
Oh, St. Cloud.
I guess it's across from a Target. I thought it was across from a
A Hampton Inn.
Yeah, I was going to say, we stayed at the Hampton Inn and did some grilling. We were like, we could just grill our hot dogs and burgers at the park next door. And then we brought our stuff over there, and everybody just kind of like doubled over in laughter.
Yeah, because they sit there like you can't
Yeah.
just use hot dogs here. You need to grill brats.
The biggest brats you can find.
Yeah.
Please.
We did bring a Blackstone
Oh,
grill,
oh,
so
there you go.
that was a good one.
Nice.
It was nice. It was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I can name this episode BBC Park but I'm sure I can.
It'll get a lot more views than our normal one.
Yeah, well.
People will be like, yo, BBC. I love the British Broadcasting Channel. That's what we were
that's
talking
actually
about,
yeah,
right?
that's where they record all their shows.
Yeah.
No, that's NPR. Laxine Smear.
I'm trying to think of shows on the BBC.
I don't know. I think that's like the
World
original Office. The original Office show.
Yeah.
The original Shameless.
Dude, there was the original Shameless. I actually only watched that one and didn't watch the.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't get into
Because I was PAing on this movie in California in NBD, but everyone was freaking out. Like, whoever the youngest kid is in the American version, I forget what his name is.
Yeah, it's not Lip. It's
There's someone named Lip.
Lip Gallagher. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't watch all of it, but I did watch some of the first one. Lip. That seems much more European.
Yeah, his brother was Tongue.
Good one.
I can't find
Cheek.
any shows for names on BBC. Names of shows.
Yeah, wait. What were we just talking about? What's the name of that?
Shameless.
Shameless. I don't know any of the
Shameless
characters. I've considered watching it, but I just never get to bring it
Lip
in.
Gallagher is. What's Jeremy? What's his name?
Irons? He's not very young at all. He plays Alfred in Batman. What if they make Jeremy Irons into a child?
Jeremy
like
Irons.
CGI.
I think it was Carl Gallagher.
Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Carl, yeah.
Carl. Everyone's like, because the directors for this thing also directed a music video that Carl, I forget his real name now.
Gallagher.
They're like, oh, he's going to come to set. And I'm like, I have no idea who this person is. I came to set and everyone was like freaking out. And I'm just like, hey, dude, what's up? And he was like, not much. Where are you from? And I'm like, North Dakota. And he goes, oh, no way. My grandparents are from Nebraska. I'm like,
nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Midwest kid.
Yeah.
That's pretty close,
Like,
man.
that's a few states away. But I guess you don't learn much in nepotism school. Yeah, he was cool.
I fly over that state sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's so awesome.
He's like, and sometimes I'm in a plane, too.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Oh, wow. I've drank milk before, too.
I thought you were saying I'm Drake Milk, like a person's name. For a second.
Dra- I'm
Drake,
Drake
Milk,
Milk.
too. And I'm like,
Drake Milk,
it's just
too.
a vampire who chews on cows. I also realized that vampires' names are Dracula and not Drake.
Dracula. Mm-hmm. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Dracula. Drake should go to that
Yeah.
as for Halloween.
He should just change his name to Dracula.
He
Because
should.
Drake should be no more. I think he's.
No more Drake?
Yeah.
On my Dracula, burn through the witches and bones.
That's where people should slam in the back of the Dracula.
Yeah.
Was that White Zombie?
Slam in the back. Rob Zombie.
Rob
Oh,
Zombie.
dang it, dude. I was so close.
Yeah, well, he was in White Zombie, so.
Well, yeah, I hope so. I did see White Zombie.
Really?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Did you burn through the ditches?
No, I threw up and I thought I was dying. I drank some, what do you call this stuff? It was red aftershock. It's like sugar crystals grow on the bottom or something like that. And I drank that. I didn't get sick yet till I ate the pretzel. And then I was vomiting pretzel and I thought that I was vomiting my intestines because I had literally forgot that I just ate a pretzel.
Really?
And I was like, oh my God, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I'm dying. I was
One
trying to
time
tell
I
my
forgot-
True zombie fashion right
Yeah.
there.
I forgot that I drank a bunch of red wine like at the beginning of the night, and then was at a party and I started barfing later. And I'm like, something's wrong. I'm barfing up straight blood, and everyone's freaking out. And then a little bit later, someone came in. They're like, he drank like a full bottle of red wine.
That blood is very thin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a scary thing.
Yeah.
I did the same thing back when me and my buddies did the gallon of milk challenge. We all tried to
Yeah,
drink a
yeah,
gallon
I
of milk.
did that too.
And then my buddy started throwing up and it was normal. And then it was just like a bunch of red chunks that looked like organs. And we're like, oh my God. He's like, oh man, no, I just ate a tomato earlier. Sorry, that's all that was.
Ate a tomato.
Tomato.
Well, that's why he threw up,
Yeah.
because it's all acidic and then the milk in
and
there.
that was almost more concerning that he just ate a raw tomato.
Yeah.
Like, he just took a bite out of it like an apple.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
okay,
more
nerd.
concerning.
Yep.
Why would you do that? Is everything okay at home? Are you
Yeah.
fine? You do not need to be eating a full tomato.
Dude,
like
my
that,
dad
dude.
used to make like tomato sandwiches where it was just like tomato, mayonnaise, salt, and pepper. Like, I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost more acceptable than just
Eating
a
a straight
raw
tomato, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Especially because once you get to the once you get to the middle of the tomato, it's not like an apple. There's no course. You need to eat through the whole thing.
You got to bite to the middle every time. Man,
you got to eat them in a shower. Eat them in the shower so you can just wash it off.
Oh God! And then you have a Bud Light and you're eating a tomato, or you're trying to make.
Yeah. Oh, thank God I have my shower tomato.
Yeah.
I'm really gonna.
Michelada.
Been a long day. Really need a shower tomato. That's a real man's Bloody Mary right there.
Yeah.
It's just a shot of vodka and a bite out of a tomato. That's.
Dude, I had a beer can sitting in my shower for like 3 weeks. A few weeks ago, because I was just getting ready. I'm like, I'll have a shower beer before I meet the boys. And then it was just sitting in there, and I wasn't taking the garbage out for a while, and I didn't want to put it in my little garbage.
Of course. Yeah.
And so I just come in and be like, I got to throw that beer away.
Yeah.
Just for like 3 weeks. And I'm like,
one of these days. That's like a tomorrow thing,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's not an emergency.
Yeah, then I had to open up the fruit drawer that I also have there to get out my tomato.
Yeah.
You have a fruit drawer in your shower?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A fruit for my tomatoes.
Yeah. I'd say, honey, bring me my shower tomato. I already have it.
On my way.
Yup.
No, but I've fallen victim to that too before. Just a can of beer just laying around, and you're like, I'm going to throw that away one of these days. But not really right now. The same thing with like stuff in the fridge. And I've had my ex-girlfriend before. She's like, this is expired like 3 weeks ago. Should I throw it away? I'm like, well, not yet. Just in case.
Yeah.
Like, for what reason would you need that? I was like,
I ate some cottage cheese that was expired the other day, but I stopped pretty quickly. I was like, that's one that you take a bite, you're like, I'm not going to eat the rest of this.
It's already expired. It's already cheese that has been cottaged.
Yeah. Someone the other day was like, had a piece of cheese. They're like, oh, that's kind of old, but I don't think there's mold on it. I'm like, the whole thing is mold.
Buddy, I got news for you.
Yeah. Little did you know.
Yeah.
Little did you know. My nephew's going to fart, and it's going to smell exactly like this in a few hours.
Somebody had... It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Limburger cheese.
Mm-hmm. Rush Limburger.
Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did pass on, didn't he?
Yeah.
He kicked the old bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the ticker? Was it the heart?
I think it was the big C. Crips.
He rushed.
Yeah, I was like, I don't.
He was in a turf war, and the Crips really got him. He was banging the wrong set.
Oh, lung cancer.
Yeah.
The best part is it goes, Rush Limbaugh, conservative talk show host and peddler of health lies, dies from lung cancer.
Is that Wikipedia?
Yeah. No, that's actually NBC.
Peddler of health lies?
Yeah.
Worked his whole life, and that's what he's known for. The peddler of health lies. That's crazy.
It wasn't peddling bicycles. It was peddling lies
Peddler
about
of
health.
bikes and lies.
He peddled lies and bikes from time to time. Oh, man.
It is really funny that you can just... Someone, after they die, just being like, he was a peddler of lies.
Yeah.
I think, like, there's got to be more, I guess, creative ways to say things about other people. You know, like, if you're funny, you could be like, oh, he is an amazing purveyor of humor.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, just other...
He had a BBC. Well, see you next week.
A big black coffee. No creamer, no sugar, just...
Took it straight all the time. Straight up.
A little cream.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little cream shot of vanilla.
That's crazy.
That's just my coffee order. I'll see you at that in a few minutes.
Oh, man. What would you want to be known for after you die? What would you want on your Wikipedia?
I think we've been covering it pretty extensively.
Blaise Kautzman.
Blaise's baby carriage. It's my BBC.
Yep, he was a packer of BBC.
He was a seed distributor around town.
What if I did just start making baby carriages? And then I sell my BBCs. Like, you hear about Blaise's BBCs?
Blaise's BBCs.
He's got a BBC warehouse.
Yeah.
It's also just me not being able to say the alphabet, so I call them the BBCs.
The BBCs.
Now I know my BBCs.
Next time, won't you?
And she,
And I told him not to.
On my but he did my lips. You ever have the hums where it actually like kind of hurts?
yeah. Tickles a little bit.
And it stays there forever.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's
just
like a sting on your lips.
yeah. I don't even know how it works.
I'm not a doctor, so I have no idea how you could alleviate the pain in your lips after humming.
I can
What
show
about
you.
that?
I can show you real quick if you want me to.
Kiss.
I got an idea.
Man, that would get some views. Do it for the views.
I did it for the gram.
My lips are just like stingy. Do you know how to like stop it? I'm gonna try
That one
out.
work for you?
Never once. Never once. No.
You know what one kind of... There was a pickup line that in the early 2000s was okay. And now people would probably be offended. But you'd just be like, man, how did that go again?
What's the pickup
Oh,
line
you'd
that
be
would
like-
offend people?
Hey, are you wearing fake eyelashes? Like, close your eyes, let me see. And then you just give them a little smooch.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that was cool in like the early 2000s.
And
I
it
could see
actually,
that getting away.
I've never seen that. It worked every single time until I saw my one friend do it one more time and got slapped. I'm like, this is where we got to stop that. But
yeah.
That's the limit.
but that's also one, you
That's
feel that
the-
out. You don't do that. That's not like a Stranger Thing. That's like a,
Yeah.
because Stranger Things is a show on Netflix. But Stranger,
11.
you don't do it to a stranger either. You like have
I thought
someone that
that's
you're
what
kind of
somebody
vibing
know.
with.
I thought that was a pickup line. I mean, maybe I don't know pickup lines, but I thought you're supposed to use those to break the ice.
You need to,
Yeah,
you
a
need to
little
really,
smooch on the cheek really breaks the ice.
you need to judge it. Yeah.
it breaks the personal bubble.
But every
zone.
single time,
does.
yeah, every single time I saw it, just be like,
Dang.
it
Man,
works
that
all
guy's
the time.
smooth.
Yeah. There's always a good giggly one. Is there a mouse in that wall?
I don't
No,
know.
Or a
somebody's
person?
talking.
Kool-Aid Man's about
To
to
the
pop
mouse?
out of there, are they? 'Cause I feel like
No, there's a. I've been drinking. There's a. I've been drinking.
it's Tuesday.
There's a business on the other side of that wall.
Yeah, but how come we've never heard them before?
Well,
They're
I
getting
got
into it
let.
today.
So on the way in this morning, we talked. Actually, Parker had the same thing. We were locked outside, not at the same time. But I got here, and there was a young lady walking out, and she like did that thing. And if you don't know where the building is, it's a secure location. She pushed the door open just wide enough for her tiny frame to squeeze through, and then she like stood in front of the door and then pushed it closed. And then she was like, "Sorry, I can't let you in. There's nobody in there." And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. I'm here for the radio station." And then she was like, "Oh, well, this is an addiction center and treatment place. So like, yeah, it's locked up." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'll just call my friend from upstairs." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." And then she opened the door. But then I was like, "Dang. I mean, I know I didn't. I'm not ready for work yet, but like, geez, I didn't think that I looked like
No,
Yeah.
sir, we don't have any
addiction.
method for
Right?
you. Please
Yeah.
go
Like,
home.
oh man,
I told you already.
yeah,
Sir.
And no, I'm
you have
not
to
wearing
leave.
fake eyelashes.
Like, oh man, yeah. She just kept talking about how secure the place was.
Huh.
I'm like,
It's very secure and this is addiction place, sir.
Yeah.
right.
Then you're
I
like,
don't.
That's
What
cool.
the dog
yeah.
doing?
What'd that
What
say?
the dog doing?
What's the dog?
What the dog doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, what is the dog doing?
I don't know, but
I got a fever,
Yeah.
and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Amen.
yeah.
That sounds like the tone they use for the drum line in
In drumline?
no.
And what's that movie?
No, yeah, you know when and he's
You
drumming
know,
in
he's
a
in the
line.
drum
Yeah.
line.
It's not Millie. Dang, it's Lil Wayne. What the no. Anyway, it's a popular Lil Wayne song, but it like dun 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 dun. I don't know. Anyway,
Dude, but we got Kawhi Leonard's laugh on here.
That is great. This is a very iconic laugh.
Oh, this is actually what you do when you're like, hey, can I get in here? And the lady is there, and she's just like, oh, that said woman slap. I
She
hope
smacked-
that means the right.
we're
Woman
saying
a
that
man
the woman
slap.
was slapping me,
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
other way
yeah.
around. Yeah.
It sounds nothing like that when you slap a woman.
I think.
So they say. So I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Oh, that is bad. To the bone. Oh my gosh.
Oh, these are some outlandish sound
yeah.
effects.
We do not care.
Yeah. Well, turn me out. Turn me out. A little bit more.
A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more.
No, that's too much. That's too much. You need to turn me down just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, and Jansen is in here next week. Maybe we'll have him freestyle over that
What do
stuff.
you mean, maybe? Jansen's the most amazing freestyler I've ever seen.
Nice.
It's, well, I'll take that back. There's Supernatural and then Jansen.
Yeah. Do you think you can freestyle, Parker?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, we'll lay down a beat.
Up in the stew, cooking up with my brothers, joking like no others. We standing on 10 toes. We got no, that's all I got. Shit ain't hot.
Yeah, we got no Oz.
No us. We got no us.
Na 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 na.
Na na na.
Make them say, dun, 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 dun. This is what the people want. Just our renditions of yelling
Of 90s.
songs.
Yeah, what year is that? Like 1999?
Something like that.
Great
yeah.
year.
Prince was born in that year. Made a song about it.
A couple princes were born that year. 97.
Dang, I was so far away.
Master P. For some reason, 97 does seem a lot more than 99.
Master P apparently had a gold tank.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine having so much money? And I don't think it was like a solid gold tank. That would be ridiculous. Like nobody.
That's baller.
Gold-plated.
That's hood rich
Yeah.
right there.
Very,
That's
very.
very hood rich.
That's regular. Like definitely hood rich because you're spending money on stuff you obviously don't need. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Imagine being like, I think, what are you going to spend with your first $100,000? Gold tank.
Gold tank.
I
Fully
think a gold
gold-plated
tank-
Panzer.
Yeah, it would have to be more than $100,000.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he bought a used one and got it gold plated.
Probably.
Well, yeah, he didn't buy a brand new tank.
That's why I was conservatively saying 100,000.
Like he's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna save money on this purchase. I'm gonna buy a used tank.
Yeah, they last a long time, you know.
Like if I get the extended warranty, then I'll probably be able to. This one's got road hazard, so
I need to get the tracks rotated.
oh man, could you? What would you do? You see a tank just rolling through right outside the window.
Who's driving? If I saw a tank,
Well, you don't know who's driving.
Depends which way it's facing. If it was facing this way, I'd probably just panic and duck.
Well,
So we have
Or
nowhere
start
to go. We're in a
freestyling.
small room.
Yeah.
you're talking about the barrel of the gun.
Well, yeah, that's how it would be.
Well, the tank itself.
I guess you're right.
It
The
can
whole thing
rotate
can
it.
rotate.
Yeah.
Wah.
It just shoots a little flag that says bang.
But it's tank size, so it's like a
Yeah, a
giant
huge
flag.
flag.
It's a
Like,
massive
It's
flag.
It's a
Elon Musk, he was like, "It's a huge." Flag. That was hilarious.
it's a Perkins flag.
Why are Perkins flags so big?
You know where they're at. You can find them. Like
No, that
a
is
beacon of light.
Like my mom did say that. She was like, "Whenever we're driving through a town by the highway, I always know if there's a Perkins because I can see the flag."
Look for the Perkins.
That's what they say. If you're ever lost, look north.
For
Where
the
you'll-
Perkins
Look
flag.
for the Perkins flag.
If you're ever hungry at midnight and need some pancakes, look up and
Or
find
mozzarella
the Perkins.
sticks. What's
Oh,
up
yeah.
with Perkins? They have they're known for breakfast, but they have everything.
I
They do.
would always get chicken strips late at night.
They have like a half price menu or something, right?
I don't think so,
They used to have some
but they
sort of
maybe
deal.
do. I bet at some point. But they don't have most of the time I'm in there, it's late at night.
There's still one in town? Is there still one around, or did that get
close?
Get booted out by
the one
Denny's?
in Moorhead closed, but the one that's over by the malls area, that one's still open. The Burger King next to it's closed.
Oh, dang.
But there is still a Perkins.
Burger King's been closing around. I think there's only 1 or 2 BKs left in town. They're a dying fast food restaurant.
I think there's two
one
groups.
on 45th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one on 52nd. There's 2 groups that own the Burger Kings, and I think one group was the Meridian Group or some crap like that. And
that oligarchy. I've seen them all around town.
Yeah, there's 3. Yeah, there's the one up by the airport.
Yup.
Because there's been multiple times where I've duded. I've
Total dude.
I went to that 19th stretch up by the college.
Yup.
When I was in college, too, it was just Taco Bell, Burger King,
Pizza
McDonald's.
Hut was there.
Oh, yes. But, I've gone there on a Sunday after being out all weekend and went and got Taco Bell tacos, whatever, probably Volcano tacos at the time, and then over to Burger King to get their Whopper Jr. and then McDonald's fries.
Nice. That's some epic mealtime stuff right there.
Yeah, it takes way too long, but you're also I just love all this stuff so much right now.
I couldn't do that because I would be done with my Taco Bell order by the time I got to the Burger King, and then I'd be done with the Burger King by the time I got my fries.
Yeah.
And it looks so bad when you're in the McDonald's drive-thru drinking a Taco Bell soda pop. They're like, this guy.
Dude, we were going to B-Dubs one time, and my friend wanted Taco Bell. So he's like, you just go there, I'll meet you at B-Dubs. He just tried to walk into B-Dubs with his Taco Bell. They're like, you can't do that. He's like, why not? This is free country. And they're like, you can't bring other people's food into this restaurant. This isn't a bar.
What people always want to do outlandish stuff when they're like, I have my food, I'm bringing it here. This isn't a picnic place,
Yeah.
You can't
This
just
is my
walk
food,
in.
and I'll eat it now.
JG
My
Wentworth.
food,
JG
and I
Wentworth.
want it now. J.G. Wentworth, he's fat and he eats a lot of food.
Is JG Wentworth still alive?
I don't know.
Or is he no longer with us?
You think he's probably got a structured settlement fund at the very least?
Well, yes. Yeah, but did he want it up front?
I think that was his thing. You had to liquidate your structured settlement
That's
fund
actually
to get your cash now.
J.G. Wentworth. I think J.G. Wentworth, that might actually not be an actual person's name. The first thing it said, J.G. Wentworth death,
What?
and it just says, J.G. Wentworth has been found dead in Miami.
He OD'd.
He was hitting the club, and he just couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, J.G. Wentworth was a party animal.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he's a real person.
That's not a bad business model. I mean, it's essentially hey, do you get $550 a week for the rest of your life? I'll tell you what. I'll give you $30,000, and you sign the rights over to me for that $500 a week.
Yeah, he's just a
small portion.
He's a fictional character.
We
That's
just
wild.
made him up.
Dude, we were talking about that. I don't know. I've still been working out this joke too, but
877.
how Brigham Young University, Brigham Young.
That's a wild name.
Was a man,
Yeah.
and Brigham Young. I'm like, that's a Mormon college.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a Catholic college.
I don't get it.
Oh, it's because there's things that happened in the church with young studs.
Wow, back in the day, there was a young. Do you say studs? There was an old joke about Michael Jackson's favorite college was Brigham.
Oh,
Young
really?
University.
Dang it! I never. Well, geez, Louise, and that's not.
Is
It's
Brigham
still-
his first name? His first name Brigham?
It's not
Last
Brigham. I
name?
think it's like Brigham.
Brigham.
It's not like bring
Brigham.
them, like Brigham.
What parents would do that?
Well, back
Knowing
in the
their
day-
last name is
Yeah,
Young.
it's Brigham.
Close enough.
Brigham.
Close enough.
Brigham.
Yeah.
Well, they were Mormon. They just had a weird.
Oh,
Well,
that explains.
They were like, hey, we got to keep people away, so bring ham.
Bring ham.
We got to keep a certain type of people
Yeah.
away.
And we
so
want
gotta
it
have a bunch
tender,
of
so
ham.
make sure it's a young ham.
We want young ham.
And it's actually just John Ham as a kid.
There was a guy that apparently a bunch of people were afraid of in a town that I moved to once, and people called
Guy
him.
sounds cool already.
Yeah, I know. Well,
That's what I want to be known for when I die. Everybody was afraid of this man.
I like this dude already, but his name was Old. Well, his last name was Oldham, and people would be like, they would just tell me the story, like, oh, we were walking down the street, and like, here comes Oldham, and they just have to leave. Like,
Here's
Really?
Oldham.
And I'm like, Oldham? That's not his nickname. That's his real name.
Dude, there was a guy from Mott that was very much addicted to meth and lived right across from the school. And, dude, they would put our school on lockdown all the time because they're like, Todd Searle's out again. And we're like, it's just a man around our school that they need to lock it down for. He never did anything like, well, actually, I won't say he never did anything crazy. He was scary. But one time he actually just like at the bars, my dad was like, yeah, last night, old TS, he held up men that were like fully grown men by their ankles and shook out the money in their, like the change in their pockets. So like he actually did that like a bully in high school.
The town bully.
He did that to a man downtown at a bar.
He never grew out of it. He just moved across the street from the school and
Dude, I
kept
love
living the lifestyle.
When we would just sit outside, I mean, like downtown in Mott, we would just sit outside the bars and see what's going on, you know? Just like you'd cruise Main and we'd just like sit down with our bikes outside the movie theater. All the bars are out there. And one time we're just sitting on the bike and these like town drunks come out and they're like, hey guys, we're like, hey, they're like, well, I'm not going to ride that bike. We're like, okay. Like, I'm not gonna. All right. And started getting like coming up to us. We're like, I think he's going to steal your bike.
Steal my bike. That's exactly what a bike thief sounds like.
Oh, dude. It was also funny because this other kid came out of the bar. He just goes, no, actually, that happened later. This kid that's in college and we're in high school, he comes up, he's like, how are things going? And we're like, I don't know. It's kind of awkward. They just asked if they wanted to ride our bike. And he's like, you know what? Nothing's awkward unless you make it awkward. Not 3 minutes later, this lady comes out of the bar and she's just bawling hysterically. And he turns around and goes, how's it going? She goes, not good. He's like, oh, and he just turned around to like have his back to her. Then she comes up to him and she's like, Scott. And he's like, yeah. She's like, you think you can give me a ride to Birch, which is a town that's like 10 miles over? He's like, sure. And then he just like gave her a ride back, came back to downtown. He goes, well, that was kind of awkward. We're like, you know what, Scott? Not awkward unless you make it awkward. It was the most insane thing that ever happened. Like, it couldn't have been better timing.
No, there's so many characters in a small town. They're just like fixtures of people there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and that guy who's told that to us was the
town historian.
Yeah,
the town liar. Everyone's got a town liar too. Historian, the crier, the liar.
Yeah, that wasn't a lie because I witnessed it firsthand. He also had a field goal post that he built in his backyard because he was going to be a kicker. Funny thing, we played 9-man football, never kicked one field goal the whole time. You go for 2 every single time of that.
Could you imagine devoting your life to something you can't achieve?
Man, what an idiot!
Yeah.
Wow,
crazy.
Like, oh man,
I do it every week.
Yeah. My biggest achievement when I was in high school was like I always thought the guy who could drink the most alcohol was the coolest. I was like, man, one of these days I'm gonna drink way more than Tanner ever did.
Yeah, that 27-year-old that's at our parties.
Yeah.
Like he is the man.
Yeah. And now I'm 27. I got 3 DUIs, so
yeah,
I've achieved my dreams. Dreams do come true.
Tanner works at a bank,
and all of them were.
And he only has 2 DUIs.
Yeah.
What a loser!
And you got them all coming from high school parties.
Yeah.
At this age.
Yeah, at this age.
You have 3?
Well, I got arrested for 3. I only got 2 on record. I beat the 3rd one. Praise the Lord.
Nice.
Praise the Lord.
Say that
there was
crazy.
a load of,
horse pucky.
Yeah, I got out of it. Still don't have a license, but they didn't say anything about driving a tank, though. So
Yeah. You don't need one of those. So
Yeah.
you know what? We'll get you hooked up with Master P.
Yeah. If he's got an extra spare tank laying around,
He's probably
I could
trying
probably
to
drive
sell
that.
it.
Yo,
He's got a golden tank and then a tank for parts. You're like, oh man.
He probably drives a tank licensing, area. You can drive a tank around and get your tank license.
yeah. Do you
Oh,
think?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just kind of like the motorcycles.
Yeah, like a.
It'd be funny if it is just a like Walmart parking lot. There's barely enough room for that thing to turn.
Yeah.
Parallel
You got a
park your
parallel
tank.
park,
Yup.
Yeah. Actually, that's probably pretty good because you probably have some.
You can.
That's like
you-
360.
You can go 90 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't need to.
There's no backup camera.
I retract my statement.
Yeah.
You don't need one. You just go wonk.
Yeah. You just drive right over the
can-
car
yeah.
into
Yeah.
the.
You don't have to parallel. You just pull up behind the last line and drive over them until you get to that spot.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be the easiest vehicle to drive drunk is a tank. The easiest.
You'd probably kill more people than a regular
Only
car.
because, like, you got to do.
Yeah, but you're safe though. So I mean,
It'd be the safest vehicle,
The
but
safest.
like, you got to drive. I think you need more dexterity because you can't see. You know what I mean? Like, there's somebody else.
you always
like,
got to have a bro in there with you, feeding you beers
Yeah.
and looking up the periscope.
Yup.
You need that in any vehicle
Yeah.
driving. You need that guy.
Bruh.
That used to be a bigger thing, dude. Drinking while driving, not necessarily drunk driving, but like a booze cruise.
Oh yeah.
A booze cruise and drunk driving are two totally separate things.
The
you
amount
know?
of people that
They
tell me that
overlap,
they crack
but
a beer
There's
on
a
the way
point.
home.
There's a point where the Venn diagram
Yeah.
reaches a spot, and then you're doing both.
Like,
but
oh, that's the line.
up
I just
until
crossed
then.
it.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Well, I don't have any DUIs, so I guess
loser.
I know.
yeah.
I've been trying.
Yep. But you do own BBC Park, so
Yeah, that's true. That is
Got
true.
that going.
yeah. Cool. Well, that's about our time. Parker
it?
Boone, thank you for coming in here
Yeah.
today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Parker.
This has been great.
Do you have anything going on to promote?
Yeah, if you need flooring, hit me up. Hit up Boone Flooring.
Nice.
Yeah, and follow me on Instagram at Fire Mixtape.
That is one of the
Yes.
that is one of the best.
Yeah,
It is, like,
I
best
made that when I
names.
was like 16, and I'm not changing.
That
it.
rules. No, people
You
will get
yeah,
that.
You shouldn't.
I get tagged in a lot of people's pictures, and they're like posing, and they're like, "Check out our Fire Mixtape," and then it's just me. Yeah.
That rules.
Yep.
Quite Italy.
That is fun. Geez, actually, no. Taking a respite, not doing much. I might do something in a couple months, but that's neither here nor there. Otherwise, come to the open mic.
Awesome. Go to the open mic this
Yes,
week
sir.
at the Front Street Tap Room. Ryan Call and Nate Abshire will be
That's
there.
right. I'm
They're
going to be
both-
there watching.
Nice. They're both super good. I hosted for them last year when they were in here.
The
So-
first paid gig I ever got was with Nate Abshire.
Nice. He's
Yup.
super funny. Yeah.
Super fun.
There's 3 shows this weekend. And let me get those times here. Oh, I always know. 8 o'clock
7:30 doors. 8
Yeah.
o'clock show on Friday, and then
Saturday, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m.
yup.
Doors open at 6:30 on Saturday, and then at 8:30 on. Oh no, the show starts at 9:30. So February. Let's do this again. Nate Abshire and Ryan Call, Front Street Tap Room. Get your tickets at frontstreettaproom.com. The first show is Friday, February 7th at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7:30. Saturday, the doors open at 6:30. The show's at 7. The late show is at 9:30. The doors will open at 9. If you want to see me, I'll be with Cam Lady and Nathan Folsabach in Dickinson, North Dakota at the Eagles Club on Thursday. That's a free show, I believe. It starts at 8 p.m. They have a chicken wing special from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So
Perfect.
supposed to
I
say
do
that.
love chicken wings.
That'll be sweet. Then we'll be at Galva on Friday at the Galva Bar, and then Hettinger, North Dakota at the Legion on Saturday. I think you can call the Legion and get tickets for that, or just meet us there. We got stickers coming, so if you guys want a sticker, let us know. They look really
Ooh,
cool.
Woke mob. Yeah, woke mob ones.
What else do we have? Oh, next week. Next week on Valentine's Day, you and your lovers or your singles,
Ooh.
Or you're not like people.
or
you
you're
don't
not
even
lovers.
know.
If you're looking for love
in
in all the wrong places.
Someone
Come-
with nice eyelashes.
Yeah, come look for love in the right places,
Nice.
which is at Proof Artisan Distillery.
Get drunk, go on dates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brought to you by Funked Up Functions.
Shout out Funked Up Functions.
Yep.
Shout
and
out Funked Up.
Funny Bachelors. We're bringing the Funny Bachelor show to proof. It'll be me, Riley Cosgrove, and Ruby Richard on the panel, which I would say are hilarious comedians. What you get to do, you can date live on stage for your first date. We'll pair you up with a date. You do your first date in front of a fun crowd. Go for it. We riff on the date. You can be a part of it. If you just want to come watch, you can do that too. Check that out at you can go to just type in Funny Bachelors Fargo on Google and you'll find it. Or you can go to my Instagram at Blaiser Blaiser.Kautz Kautz and message me if you want to be part of that, or I can get you tickets to it. Other than that, we will see you next week. Anything else to say?
Take her easy.
Nice.
She's easy. Take her twice.
And we'll end on this.
You can't milk those.
You can't milk those.
Yeah,
baby.
toodaloo.
Aloha.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you got to get that on the mic somehow.